Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Green Terror. We'll be getting started in about 2 more minutes. Thank you. Hello, everyone. All right. Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Green Terror with Elena Chapman. My name is Della, and I will be the moderator for this evening. The Green Terror is a weekly interactive community group for seekers exploring ways to activate possibilities and creativity in our lives. We dive deep into the spiritual dimensions that are often ignored in our fast-paced modern lives. The format for each week is a teaching format surrounded by the topics and is followed by open discussion, which is facilitated by Elena Chapman. We provide opportunities for each person to engage, ask questions, share your experiences, and that all deepens our teachings. Every participant is muted upon entry, and that just helps us to keep order. If you need to say something, you can type in the chat and I'll unmute you, or you can raise your hand. There will come a time in our discussion where everyone will be unmuted so we can have an even flow of discussion. And now it is my pleasure to introduce to you our host of the Green Terror, Miss Elena Chapman.
Hello, everyone, and welcome. And I am so glad you're here. I am Elena Chapman, and first of all, I'll tell you a little bit about myself, and you are in the Green Terror group. Green Terror is, I'll tell you even what that name means. But first of all, I am, so you know, a spiritual curator. What does that mean? A spiritual curator is someone who studies and learns and experiences all different types of religions and modalities and even science, and then takes the nuggets and what is special and what is also very much the same and brings it together for you so that you can digest it easily and apply it to your life without a problem. I'm also a two-time international best-selling author, and I do have my book, Hello Soul, at the publishers this very moment. And I'm very excited about that because it's written differently. I think I've told you that before. It's all about the journey. I always say that to everyone. Well, guess what? I wrote about the journey, and I wrote about my journey on my way back to living by my soul. And I'll tell you, it is a magical way to live. And so you follow that journey, you laugh because there are things that I did that were funny, or the situations were funny, or there were sometimes things just didn't turn out quite like I expected. Everything's in that book. But also there are ways for you to try, if you're interested at the end of the book, that you can try to find your way back to your soul too. It's a fun book, and it's also extremely helpful and a lot of insight. Also, I'm a radio show of magical moments. You can find it on any podcast. It's a #1 show with over 300,000 listeners. So if you are interested for that ease and betterment in your life, Turn on one of your podcasts, look for Magical Moments, and you'll see some incredible guests like Bob Proctor. Oh gosh, Vito, I think. Oh gosh, I forgot his name. That's awful. Disregard that. But Paul Cardall, who's a wonderful composer of the most beautiful meditation music in the world. Wonderful guests, all for you to learn and grow from. Now, Green Tara. Here we go. Green Tara is actually a Buddhist goddess, and she is actually a beautiful goddess that is guided by her soul. She lives by her soul, and she does her heart's desire. And isn't that exactly what we would love? I mean, really? So that's why this is Green Tara. How do we get those high-level concepts, bring them down into simple ways and discuss them, and then bring them into our lives? I love it. So today, you know, we've been talking a lot about all sorts of things, but I really wanted to talk about today is the power you have. Lots of times when we think about ourselves, we're told, you have the power to create whatever you want to create. And you hear that over and over and over. And you think, yeah, okay, good. So why isn't it happening? Right? Or yeah, I hear it, but yeah. All right. I thought we would discuss the power within. And then we're going to have a longer meditation today. So I am not going to speak as much because I want to open for questions. So it's going to be shorter speaking. But I do want to raise your awareness to this power within you because it's there. And then once we do that, we can discuss it. I'm going to give you I'm going to give you a lot of stuff today. Today is bonus. Ta-da! You're going to get a way to start to feel this incredible how to wake up your Kundalini quicker and quicker and quicker. What's the Kundalini? The soul. It's part of the soul. They in India, in Hindu, they believe it resides at the bottom of the spine. But it's awakening the power within you, and we're going to do that. And then I would like to do a longer meditation where I teach you how to go more into not the journey. I love the journeying. You know I love the journeying. That's why I have such a big, giant drum. But more transcendental. And I want you to experience the space inside. You know what Jesus said, and others like him, that heaven is inside you. We're always looking up. Sometimes I even catch myself doing it. That's an old Catholic upbringing. But really, heaven is inside you. See, that's part of the power. That is the power. Heaven is inside every living thing. So when we find the power is the truth, and every single one of us has that seed, and that seed inside of us has all the clarity, all the knowledge, all of the passions and desires, and all the non-limits. And I can honestly say that is not just the ego. In fact, it's not the ego. And I even go so far as to say it's the ego that keeps us from finding that space. And it's not our wonderful personalities. And it's not even our logical mind. And believe it or not, it's not even being in the present. But it resides in us, and it sleeps inside of us. And why does it sleep? Because we're not listening to it. How many times is it going to knock? If you open your eyes That seed in there, that knowing is always guiding us. That's what I call the soul. And it is always knocking on the door. It is always trying to get us to open up to it. But we don't. We prefer that very loud ego, that attack, defense, judgment. And we're so righteous with it. And yet our soul just lays there waiting. And when you tap into that truth, that space, that heaven, then all of a sudden there is this incredible calmness and the steadfastness and this bigger understanding, and your perception changes and your world calms. Now, why don't we just all open up to this? Well, because we're not raised to. There's a big talk. I'm trying to think. Yeah, the Soul Vows, a book called Soul Vows talks about it. Neville Goddard talks about it. Everybody I know talks about it who has had a spiritual awakening of some sort. When we are born into this world, I even watched, actually, there is a documentary on the soul. And there was a child psychologist who was saying that the children, before they understand their place in this world, are the closest to being pure in the soul. And then as soon as they realize their placement in society, in the world, in the classroom, it vanishes. Interesting. It goes to sleep. So we call that going from the I to the we. Now we're functioning in the society. We're behaving in class. We're learning our value according to others. And then I like to call it our demise after that. Because from there, they've got us. Because we're starting to believe outside of ourselves instead of listening to that beautiful inner seed of truth. So, but there's other things. Just recently, I did a 7-day fast. It was a hard. I'm not going to say it's easy because it's not. But I do say that it opened me in ways that I didn't even know I needed to be opened. And it gave me that opening, not the fast, but the opening, all of a sudden gave me where the lowest part of my abdomen, way down in the groin, all of a sudden opened. Just unleashed. And as you know, that is the first chakra. That's where the I becomes the we, or goes back to the I. Okay? And I also found my perception on everything has changed. A veil was lifted. I have much more clarity. I have much more peace. Not just calm, but peace. And this really uncanny feeling that I am truly, truly loved. Isn't that incredible? So I started thinking about this. I'm always talking about how we pollute ourselves. We pollute ourselves with the noise, and it's hard not to pollute yourself with the noise because we're still wearing the freaking masks, right? People are sick, and it's a sad state of affairs. However, we are just totally pulling all that noise and that frustration, which just shuts down. The soul goes back to sleep and curls up at the bottom of our kundalini, and everything else just all of a sudden the ego comes into play. The personality is at the forefront. The logical mind is analyzing what we're hearing, and we think we're so important. And all this side comes in front and center. And we've shut off what really knows the answers. But the other thing we do is we eat the wrong foods. And I know in society, oh my gosh, yeah, when I was on this 7-day fast and I'm driving down the road, there's like, I'm thinking to myself, after that, I'm cleaning up my act. I'm eating in a way that is healthier for me and keeps this pathway open. I don't want the muddy mind anymore. I don't want to have to try hard in any way. I want pure connection every minute of my day. And if I want that, I have to also keep this wonderful vessel right here that keeps me on this earth to experience things. And all the blood levels and all the water and all the chemistry of my body in a healthy state so that my mind is oxygenated, and also with clean blood, and it circulates with a way that is just open so that I can open with clarity. And it's funny, I haven't gained back that running around with like a head cut off. And you'll say, well, Elena, you can create that. Yeah. But I'll tell you what, life throws things in. Like, for instance, just before I got here, I was pushed on time. Why? Because I had to go pick up 3 dogs. One of them, my sweetie, Sammy, who turns into a psycho dog in the car, from the groomers. And one of them, my mom's. And I had to drive all the way back to my mom's, drop off that dog. But I also had to pay, and you have to load them up one at a time. Then I had to drive all the way home. Now, everybody has schedules like this once in a while. But when you open to that voice and you stay there, you don't deal with it in the same way. You just know it's going to work out. Isn't that interesting? And I can't tell you how that is. I just know it. Isn't that interesting? So what I want to do, Della, is I want to open this up so that people can talk a little bit, because we're at 6:22 and I really want to get in a good meditation for people. So by 6:40, we're going to start the meditation. So I want to talk now. I said I wasn't going to talk too much. And I'm sure this has raised comments, questions, at least I hope. If you're really thinking about it, it should. And I'd like to hear what you have to say. What do you think about all this?
I got a question.
Hey, Laura.
Hey,
Yeah,
hey, how you doing?
I'm doing great.
So, you're talking about eating healthy and having a fast to help clear your chakras, correct?
Well, no, you don't have to even, well, it will clean your chakras, but it's not that's a very simplified simplified explanation. It really does, it opens something in you. And when it opens something in you, okay, fasting is a purge.
Mm-hmm.
Now, if you look back into religions, Jesus, when the Essenes were from the time of Pharisees, Hermanatists, which Hermanatists were people who, they were the ones who developed the universal laws. I like to think of them as scientists that have a very spiritual end result, but they are the ones that came up with the law of vibration. But they came up with a lot more than we even talk about with the law of vibration. In fact, it's incredible the many they understood how to work with each increment of the vibration. And so they were very much scientists. Then there were also the Jewish faith. And then there was a group called the Essenes, and they were the guarders of the light. They actually left society because they didn't like the evil priests, which were the pharaohs. And so they developed, but Jesus did study time with the Essenes. There's a lot of history of the Dead Sea. They wrote the Dead Sea Scrolls. I know people have heard that. Okay, that was the Essenes. Now the Essenes, they have a story where Jesus came when he first really started, and he met all these people who were sickly and beggars and poor and really in just really the bottom of their life, but they were sickly and had diseases. And the first thing he told them to do was to fast for 7 days. So the fasting is actually a purge, because he said you will get all of he didn't call it Satan, but Bella, oh, I'm so sorry, Bellados. I should have looked it up before I got on, so you'd know. But it was the evilness out of you. That's all disease, all sickness, all cravings, all even the pornography, everything that doesn't jive with what it takes to have a wholeness in opening a mind, out of the system. Cravings, addictions, all that stuff out. And so some people, I was very fortunate because I thought, being the poster child for caffeine, and I could be, I thought for sure I was going to die. I really did. And I really didn't. I did not. I didn't even really have a headache. And yet, so I mustn't have been as bad as I thought. But most people who have a lot of this, you can get very sick, and it's a casting out. Now, when you do that, it opens you up. Now, I always say, if you're going to do a 7-day fast, you really do make sure that you're in good health and that you're taught, I am not a doctor. If you're thinking of doing it, it is hard. Everyone says you get better on the 3rd day. No, I beg to differ. And then my friend who lives in Croatia, Melissa, who's done all this, says to me, the middle is the hardest part. She is so right. She had it. It's 3, 4, and 5, 6. Hard, especially when you have kids making chocolate chip cookies. It's very hard. But, I didn't want them. And because all of a sudden my body reached like a status where it just didn't want that crap. And everything just left. But the opening, as that left, the opening opened more. So but do you have to go full-fledged in? You can. I think it's the best way. After that, he said, don't return to the polluting of your body. And he had very strict guidelines. And, and I follow them the best I can in this society. So, and do I feel better? Yes, I do, a lot. And I feel clear. But I'm going to teach you today how to start opening to that space, to that place, that vastness, that emptiness, but that place of knowing, creating, being, and full of I just wonder. Okay? I'll get you open today, I hope. That's my intention. All right. Anybody, do you have anything else to say?
Well, the other thing I was just going to say was, isn't there other ways to help cleanse or put your chakras in order because you have multiple ones?
Multiple chakras? Yeah, of course we do. Chakras.
So what are some ways we can, how can we take care of all of them? I guess is the question I'm asking.
Oh, your chakras? If your body is in really good health and you are cleansing and you're getting yourself in health, then your chakras will fall in line. And I'm talking mental and physical. If you're really negative and everything, you're going to start messing up the chakras. But you can do a simple exercise I learned long time ago, is just to turn them. You just do your hand and you can actually feel it. You can feel it within your body. It gets the water going, always clockwise, and just spin them. You can do that. But I'll tell you, they don't stay there if you're not healthy. It takes a clear mind that is not prejudiced by the ego, and it takes a body that is healthy so that the blood is healthy, the whole being is healthy. Okay?
Okay.
Okay. And you do it in baby steps.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
Strategic baby steps. First was the fast, then it's keeping it there, you know? Maybe you want to fast first and clean up your environment around you. The noise, the constant stimulation, the constant overwhelmness. We've been talking about that. The constant misplacing of things. Get rid of all that. Have everything around you be the sacred beauty you want. Start with that. The things you listen to, the people you correspond with, all are beauty that you're bringing in to your spiritual existence. We're very careless with ourselves, which is so silly. And our soul just sits there and waits and waits and waits. Who else has anything to say?
Elena?
Yeah, hi there,
Yeah,
sweetie.
hi. When you say fast, do you mean like you ate nothing?
I mean,
For
I
6
ate
days?
nothing. Not 7 days.
Do you drink water?
Yes. And I actually did add lemon to the water.
Oh my God.
And I did allow myself 1 cup of tea in the morning.
Wow.
That's it. Yeah. Well, it worked.
Yeah.
And everyone, this is Tammy, and she's an artist. Now, this girl is incredible. I'm so proud of the growth that she's already starting to do. But she paints, and what she does is she paints. It allows her mind to free, and then she can absorb everything she's hearing. Isn't that cool? It's important. I used to do the same thing a lot. It does. It helps. It really does help. I wanted to explain that. Yeah, so that's what I did. That's the logistics of it. But the spiritual awakening of it is what's really important. Yeah. Anybody else? I got to see how many are on right now. Yeah. Gladius, do you have anything to say? Della, can you get Gladius unmuted? Do you know how to unmute Gladius? Yeah. Hi.
Hey,
Hey.
yes, so in Buddhism, right, there's what's called the 6 paramitas, or the 6 perfections. So, so you practice each of the 6. And the first one is generosity. So you practice generosity, which is the opposite of being stingy.
Exactly.
And the second perfection is morals. You practice morals. So you're, just a moral person, right? You just,
right.
It's like the 8-fold path. And then the third one is patience and forbearance. So you have to practice patience and forbearance. And the fourth one is
always. Yeah.
The fourth one is virya, which is energy, like, to give it energy, to have a little bit of a push, right? To
right.
give it life. And the fifth one is meditation, to be meditative, be calm, and to have a meditative practice. And the sixth one is wisdom. So if you can perfect all 6, then basically you're doing, you should wake up. That should wake you up.
Interesting. I've heard of that before. I have heard of that, and it is true.
So one thing I wanted to mention to you is, a year or 2 ago, because I've done some fasting, there's something called type 3 diabetes, which you might Yeah, I've never heard of it before, but
I haven't either. I've heard of type 2 and all
Yeah.
that, but type 3, how's it different?
well, I don't really remember exactly, but it's something about when you stop eating. It's something about nutrients getting through the brain barrier, so that it's something to do with keeping your brain healthy. So look it up on, Google it. It's type 3 diabetes.
I will. Yeah,
Yeah.
fasting does reset your body. It really does.
Yeah, yeah.
I would think it would help with that too, you know?
Well, I've heard it can be dangerous.
Oh, well, that's why I tell people to check with their doctor.
Yeah. So
Make sure you're healthy. Make sure that you don't have underlying diseases like this. You
Yeah.
know, you
And
have
then-
you're guardians of your own body. You are guardians. It's not. It's so funny. We think we are our bodies. No, we are the guardians of our bodies.
Yeah.
We are a soul.
And it's with the root chakra, right? So taking off your shoes and putting your feet in the dirt and on the ground and in the water, but also eating root vegetables. Like tonight, I had a turnip in the gardens, fresh.
Right.
And it's really good for the lower abdomen and.
Right. It is. It's
So,
very good.
So it's
very
great.
good.
I love your knowledge. You're just an incredible.
Well, I love sharing with you. I love hearing what you have to say too, because you're studying so much. It's nice. And I love what you're bringing forward. And he is right. I don't know type 3 diabetes, but you really do have to make sure that you are. I already had, and just so you know, because I don't, I am a steward of this body. So I'm not going to just say, oh, today I'm going to fast and I'm just going to not eat for 7 days and do it. Well, I kind of do that, but I did also have my blood. I had a full lab work on everything. My blood, my lymph nodes, things that shouldn't even be tested. I had everything done. And that way I knew that I had no underlying diseases. I had no, low blood pressure where, if you don't eat, low blood pressure, oh my God, you will just die. Not literally die. Well, it would be horrible. It would be horrible. And so you would have to alter that cleansing. But, I can't stress enough. You are the steward of your body. Take care of it. Check with a doctor. Make sure that you get your labs done. Make sure that you are in a good place where you can do this. And, I think because I'm not a doctor, I really do have to say that. Because you can't go into the emergency room and say, Elena said to fast. Don't do that. No. That would not be what I really want. So make sure you're in a good place to do it. But it is a purging. It is definitely a purging. And you can get on YouTube and listen to the Essenes. It's the Book of Peace, #1. And it's the story of Jesus talking to those people. And they all became followers, of course. But he talks about the whole thing. It's very, very interesting. And I am practicing that at the present moment for sure. I'm studying it. I'm growing from it. And I actually love it. Thank you. Yes, it's right there in the hands up. Yeah. So, okay. So it's okay. Now there's one thing I wanted to teach you before I teach the meditations. And this is also from the Essenes. And I love it so much, I thought I would share it. Okay. Gladius, I think you're going to like this since you're into that root chakra and everything. So what I want you to do is to sit and then think of, you're going to wake up the Kundalini. You're going to wake up the soul, Kundalini soul. There's a whole thing about the Hindu. We're not even going to go there. I'm in the Essenes. We'll deal with the Hindu some other day. But right now, I want you to just close your eyes. Take 2 deep cleansing breaths. Breathe in spirit. And when you breathe out, all the yucky stuff that you don't want, see it coming out all over, out. Breathe in again. And breathe out. Nice, deep, subtle, nice breaths. Now, as you're breathing in and out, I would like you to feel a beautiful light, a ball of light down in your lowest part of your abdomen. And it's just spinning, and it's vibrant, and it's full of love. Now, as you're breathing deep and relaxed, allow that ball to start to grow. Feel it grow through your body and goes down into your legs and up into your head. It fills your arms. It fills every part of your being. And open your eyes. Do you feel it? Do you feel the sudden feeling of aliveness, of vibrancy, but calm and power? But it's not a power like a transformer. It's a power with love. Do you feel it? It makes you straighten your back. I always find myself straightening my back when I do this. Allow it to just grow all the way through you. Play with that. Play with that this week. I'll tell you something. When you do that before you walk into the room, or you do that before you're going to help someone, it's amazing. It's like it sends voltage of love to people. When you walk into a room, they can feel it. And it changes everything. And it's not about the presentation. It's about bringing the light to people. And that is the light. Do you see? Play with that. Before you get up in the morning, just do it, quickly. And also that will help you with your visualization too. That's going to help you just grow in immense ways. And you get that and you feel it and you keep it. First, you'll keep it for 5 minutes and you'll keep it for 10, then you'll keep it. Before you know it, you're keeping it all day. Okay? Now, that's just a little bonus. I love, 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 love. Now, what I want to do is a meditation. I'm going to still use my drum because my healing bowl is not working right today. So we're going to use the drum, but I'm not taking you on a journey. I am going to take you into a calmness. Maybe we won't use the drum. I think what I'm going to do is just get us to breathe. And I'm going to bring you into a very relaxation. I'm going to keep it, no music right now. I'm just going to bring you into the relaxation. When I bring you into the relaxation, allow your mind to just clear. And in between that relaxation, I'm going to give you these breaths once I get you relaxed. So follow my voice. I'm going to start you on the meditation, meaning I'm going to get you to breathe in. When I say, you're going to breathe in, and then before you exhale, you're going to feel, you're not going to hold it, but you're going to feel that space between the breathe in and the breathe out. And that space is the space. That's the space of eternity. That's the space of vastness, everything and nothing. That's the space where you want to be in when you're in transcendental meditation. And you can get a mini one right there, but then you do it again, and then you do it again, and then you allow yourself to stay there without holding your breath. That could not be fun. All right, let's try it. Let's try it. All right, so get comfortable. I feel like I should hum or something. All right, so the very first thing Let's take in that deep breath again. Breathe in spirit, because spirit is breath. And when you breathe out all the stuff that doesn't serve you, but breathe it out from everywhere. Breathe in again. Breathe out everything that's yucky. And above your head, there is this amazing golden light of white and gold, or actually lavender. Sorry, lavender. Allow that lavender light to come into your crown and allow it to coat all of your mind and your eyes and down into your cheeks. Let them just drop. Down into your jaw and let it go slack. And down into the nape of your neck, and you just get a little bobblehead. Down into your shoulders. Oh my, that beautiful release. And allow that lavender light to go down into your arms and your elbows. Oh, they're so heavy. And down into the lower arm, creating this ever heavy, relaxed feeling down into the wrists and the hands and the fingers. Beautiful lavender light just weighing down your hands. And then down into your abdomen and your chest. Breathe in and feel it just open with such relax. And down into your hips, they feel loose. And allow the lavender light to move down into your legs and your knees, down into your calves and your feet and ankles and lead. You can't even move your legs, and you're filled with this relaxing lavender light. Allow your body to sink back more into the chair. And in front of you, there is a wonderful field. And we're going to allow ourselves, with the 10 steps walking through that field, I would like to have you just sink deeper and deeper into your breath and deeper into what you're sitting in. Let's begin. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Right in front of you, there's a chair. Sit snugly in that chair. And let's take some breaths and open up to the sweet spot. Let's breathe in and out. In and out. Breathe in and see if you can feel the space. And out. Do that again. In, out. Allow yourself to just reside in that space. It's time to come back. So say thank you to this wonderful place. Thank you for the peace. Thank you for any clarity you received. Think about what you want to bring back into this world. And let's get up from our chair and start walking back through the field. As we walk, allow yourself to start to wiggle and come back to this present time. Let's begin. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Start to wiggle your toes. 8. Fingers. 9. 10. You may open your eyes when you are ready. How'd we do, everybody? Della, can we unmute people on?
They can unmute themselves.
Okay, good. Thank you, hon. Welcome back, everyone. Welcome back. Okay, so how successful were we on that little exercise? How did it feel? Any comments? Any questions? No comments, guys? Seriously? Wasn't that like the coolest thing if you got it? Come on.
Yes,
Okay.
yes, comment.
All right. All right. Felicia, why don't you go first? Did you do it, hon?
First of all, hello. Yes.
Hello.
First of all, thanks, everyone. Hello, can you hear me?
Yes, I can.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay, good, good, good. Hello, everyone.
Hello.
Hello.
I love it since it's been introduced into my life. And, you know, seeing and being a witness to your 7-day fast has prompted me to motivated me to eat healthier as well.
Good. Good. That's really good. Bravo. I'm very proud of you. Very proud of you. You're
I
unpolluting.
wanted to add, yeah, actually. And I also what I've noticed and what you guys were and what Gladius was saying about with Jesus and him talking to the other people about the religious stuff is I'm real interested in
Oh, hon, you're
talking to
freezing.
you further about that because
That's freezing a lot. Go
and
back
even
into
the
Wi-Fi.
hunger that I have to eat.
Okay. What? I think I missed something.
I need to get closer to my apartment then.
Oh, okay. Well, we will talk.
For spirituality, as I seek, yeah, I want to seek more. So it was just all good. And of course, I love Green Terra. I've been talking about it to extended family members. So hopefully they'll go to soulmanifesto.com so they can be a part of our group.
Yeah,
And that's all
good.
I got, really.
Good. That's cool. How about you, Gladius? Because I know you do a lot of meditating. Sure. So how was this for you? And I love the thing you got behind you, the light and everything. Very effective. I like it
Yeah,
very much.
blown away. Yeah, so it's interesting, just like the relative and the absolute, right? So I think what you were
Yes.
talking about earlier is in your brain, and the ego and the personality, which is all relative, and that's what we're trained with, and that's how we learn. And so it becomes habitual. But underneath all that is the absolute. And I think that gap that you're speaking of, between the in breath and the out breath, it points directly to the absolute.
Yes. Isn't that cool? I'd love to say I developed that, but I did not. It's actually a Tao. It's a Tao type of breath that I've learned a lot of the breaths and things through Taoism. That was my other one. And I immersed myself in all these things and learn. And it's the quest I have for the truth, the underlying truth, the real truth. But the truth is in here, of course. But I just want to see everyone's way of how did they reach it. I find that very fascinating. And so that was Taoism, and it's very effective. There's some other breaths that are extremely cool also to learn how to breathe. We never learn how to breathe. We think it's so automatic, but yet our breathing can be something that revitalizes us or creates the Zen or creates the anxiety. Yeah. So yeah, well, thank you. I'm glad you like it because yeah, I know you do a lot of meditation. So that's a compliment. How about you, Miss Tammy?
Hey, yeah,
Hey.
my dog is barking, so I hope is that bothering you?
No, not right now.
Oh, okay.
Did it
It
bark
was
through
good.
the meditation? It was
It
good?
was good. Yeah, I sensed the peace, the stillness, the aliveness in the root chakra, right?
Oh, everywhere. Yeah, in you, that seed,
Okay.
wherever that resides for you. I feel it more when I open. Let me think. It's like the back of my brain, the back of my skull just opens and my heart opens for me, but everybody's different.
Oh, I should work on that because I got a really tight brain. So I should work on opening the brain up. Yeah, it's pretty tight up
I
there.
know. This will
I
help.
agree with you. I agree with you.
It's funny though, I can't do just breathe and then let you go. I always take you on a tiny little journey. And this time I took you to a chair. I thought,
Oh, thank
Elena, you're doing another journey.
Thank you.
You're welcome. And Laura, how was it for you, sweetie?
Well, I've always struggled with the meditation. This is not something new. I told you that before, but I feel like I'm getting a little bit further each time. I think I just got more.
Well, you were very still, so something must have happened. So keep trying.
I mean, I was still and I was quiet, but the thing is even though I was quiet, my mind was still racing.
Now, this is the thing. When you get to, there's different ways you can deal with that. I'll just give you the one that we practiced today. When you breathe in and then you feel that space in between, what that is that space is a space where you'll hear things, but you don't associate with them. You'll think things, but you just put them to the side because it's not important. That's the space that everything changes. Do you see what I mean? Mm-hmm. So start to play with feeling that space. It's like it's a click. It's like you click in to another dimension. That's what you're really doing. You're clicking into the fifth dimension, fifth or fourth dimension.
Do you have meditation videos on like YouTube?
I have been asked over and over to make them. I will have to make some meditation videos. I will tell, but join the 7-day reset. It's free. Go to Soul Manifesto because we do those things for 7 days. That's a good start. And I will get myself busy on making some meditation videos, I guess. I guess I'm going to have to do that.
The reason why I'm asking is because with my hearing impairment, sometimes it's hard for me to follow certain voices, but with you, I can actually understand you pretty well.
Oh, well, good.
That's why I was asking.
That's good. That's good. I'm glad.
I was asking if you had any.
Yeah, yeah. Well, anyway, we'll play with these. So you've got 2 things to play with this week, and really start to open, but start to unpollute yourself. So you can open up with building that wonderful ball of light throughout your whole body. And now you can play with this meditation. 2 incredible things. And next week I will talk about it. Little did you know what you were going to learn tonight, huh? I think I'm very proud of you for being brave and getting on today, because it was very non-descriptive on purpose. But now you're understanding, and you will start to wake up the power inside you. And that is a cool thing. I love you all. You know, it's spirit is love. And as you grow in that love, you are spirit. And that's what we're doing. So have a wonderful week, my friends. I love you all. Namaste. Check out the 7-day reset. Let me know, if anybody does that, I'll ask, because I want to know what you think about it. Okay?
I included the link for the 7-day reset in the chat.
Oh, good. Guys, she included it. So if you haven't tried it and you want to try it, click on it. I mean,
Elena.
you have nothing to lose. Yeah.
So I did it, and I put a comment in there. Did you read it?
No.
7-day reset. Okay.
What did you say?
Well, I asked, manifest my soul, and it said to sing to the world, and I was like, I can't sing. I'm a terrible, like literally, I love to sing, but I'll tell you another story later. But and then I said,
sing, but what else did it say?
so I said I can't, and then I said sing to all the world through art, and I was like, okay, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Because I struggle with making art to, I don't really deeply want to make it to sell. It's the weirdest thing. I don't know.
You don't have to make it to sell.
But I mean, I do sell it, but
yeah.
Then it just,
I think, what you've got to let it,
but I don't know. It's sing.
When it says sing, it means to be joyous from every part of you, to just sing it, to let it come out of you and come out through your art, come out the way you live, come out when you talk to other people. Just open up and sing. Just feel like everything about you is celebrating and singing the joy. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And that is that will also help with the mind, because it gives you something. The spirit was right. It'll give you something to focus on other than your critical mind.
Yeah.
Because spirit wants you to sing. And as far as, and we have talked, so I do know you have some incredible ideas. Incredible. I love your idea about where your art can bring you. And so that's, oh my God, when we sing with others, and and we get others to sing with us, hun, you're bringing them to the light.
That's yeah. I mean, yeah, that's exciting. I guess that's really all I really want to do with my art. I mean, because I don't know. I do anyway. I don't know. I mean, like sometimes I paint things and like they're fabulous and but now I've been getting into painting this abstract art that I don't know why I'm doing it, but it's not turning out. But for some reason, I'm liking painting that way. I'm liking it, not liking it.
Do it.
So
it'll get better and better then. If you like it, it's meant to be. Just go with it. Remember? Yeah.
Creativity. It's right brain. When you're artistic and creative and spirit, it's also the spirit side of the brain. So the left side of the brain is calculating,
logical,
analytical. Yeah, so that's all left brain. So you want to balance it out. So music is like whole brain. When you if you can play music or write music or work with music, then you're
Well,
using the
maybe
whole
that's
brain.
fun too. Yeah, put on some music while you do your art. I put on music when I do everything. My whole house is filled with music all the time. I just love it. I love it. I love it. And it just raises me up immediately. Oh, there's a mosquito. Yeah. So,
Okay.
okay.
All right. Thank you.
Fun, my dear. You're doing it. You're doing it. I love you all. Okay.
Love you too.
Namaste. I'll see you next week.
Good night.
Bye. And thank you for the comment on it. I love that.